Hi, I'm Jessica Morris. I'm 19. I'm from Markham, Ontario. I currently go to school at Queen's University studying health sciences. My dad, Jeff Morris, is a trainer for Absolute Results and has been given the opportunity to travel to Guatemala in May, and I'm hoping to travel with them to volunteer my time at Hope of Life to serve and help people because that would be a major passion of mine. This application is in hopes to get the teen grant, as I would really love the opportunity to give back to the community and give back to people who really deserve it. When I was 14, I was given the opportunity to work with a little boy named Oliver. Oliver was nonverbal and suffered from autism. He was a very special little boy in my life. Every day, every recess that I had, would go and sit with him and help him do his daily tasks with his classmates, like eating snacks, eating his lunch, be included in any classroom games. We went to gym class and I helped him participate in that. And over the year, me and Oliver had a really special bond. It was really quite amazing, to be truthful. I don't think I've ever felt so almost needed, I guess I could say. It just made me see the impact I could really have on people's lives if I put 110% of myself into it. With Oliver, that's something I don't think I'm ever going to forget. By the end of it, it was almost like something I had over everybody else. I had this bond with this little boy where I was able to work with him when he didn't listen to anybody else. And I was knowing that I was helping improve his daily life and knowing that he knew I was coming and he knew what we were going to do once I got there was a lot of fun. It was a really special bond for me, and I think it was a really rare opportunity I was given, and I'm grateful for it. I think it's made me be a better person, more patient, more understanding, because when you work with somebody who's nonverbal, it's difficult because you can't get frustrated with them. You can't just expect them to know what is needed. You work with them, and once you get there and you reach a milestone, it's probably one of the most rewarding and exciting feelings I think I've ever had. With that, I went on to high school to work with special education children, and I worked on the Special Olympic Committee, where we pretty much made track and field events for them. We made a mini Olympics for them, and I was really grateful to get to be a part of that as well, because watching how excited and happy they got over stuff like that and knowing I was a part of it was very, very satisfying and rewarding for me, because I saw an impact I could make on people's lives and realized giving back was probably one of the best things I could do. Oliver and those committees, the Special Olympic committees, were really a big part of making me who I am, because it's made me look at everybody with the thought of how can I make them have a better day, or how can I impact them to remember they're special, or they're important, or they're just as equal and perfect as everybody else on this planet. The next thing, I think, what makes me unique and really hoping to get this opportunity to travel to Guatemala and serve other people is I was fortunate enough to travel to Costa Rica in the summer of 2013 to further my education, but also to volunteer my time and explore their culture. When we had free time, instead of going to the beach with the others, I preferred to volunteer at an organization called Do It. Do It is a foundation that gives back to the disabled community in Costa Rica. They have different workshops, I guess you could call them, where you can volunteer your time. I personally volunteered in one of the organizations where we built wheelchairs and then donated them to people who were disabled and needed a wheelchair but could not afford one. We built over 200 wheelchairs as a group of 12 people, and it was rewarding as ever. We spent the day in a workshop where it was dusty and it was hot and humid, but after that, getting to know that these wheelchairs would help people was extraordinary. That was really interesting to see that I didn't physically or mentally know these people who are getting these wheelchairs, but my sweat and my hard work was going to really help them in life. And knowing that impact, that if I could just make this quality of their life be better, was so rewarding, and I would go back in a heartbeat to do it again if I was given an opportunity. And I'm really hoping that in Guatemala, I'm going to be able to give the opportunity to do stuff like that and just give back and serve people and know that I'm helping somebody's quality of life become 100 times more than what it was. With Costa Rica, knowing that I helped somebody's life, it made me realize that I really wanted to do that as a life career. So in my grade 12 year, my senior year, I was selected for a co-op program in a hospital in the GTA named Mackenzie Health. I worked on multiple areas of the hospital, but mainly I did physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and palliative care. With occupational and physiotherapy, I worked with patients who had suffered a stroke and getting them back into movement, speech, being able to walk again, and just live their daily lives and be able to go back to work and function without the limitations of their stroke. And then in palliative care, it was a completely different situation. It was probably one of the most difficult things I've ever had to overcome. Before I was put in the hospital, I did not know where I was going to be working. And on my first day, it was palliative care. And when I say this was a shock, being 17, I was told I was there to help people's last days be the most comfortable that I could make them be. And to say that it was really easy in doing that would be a lie. It was hard to know that one day they could be your patient and you can tell their story and their family, and the next they'd be gone. But I learned through that situation that my emotions mattered to me, but what mattered to the patient and their family was the support and care that I could provide. I met some wonderful people throughout my time at Mackenzie Health doing palliative care and through the stroke ward working in the other two fields. I met some Holocaust survivors, and I got to learn their stories about going through the concentration camps. I met this wonderful lady named Gloria who just knew how to brighten up her room with her smile. And I met some people who had some really hard stories, but some really great lives and things were going for them. And Mackenzie Health made me realize that I could make a difference with people and I could help. And I love that. I love improving people's quality of life in any way I can. I think it's the most satisfying thing, and I think that was one of the reasons I was put on this planet to do. I was meant to be somebody who could help. After that, lately, I've just been working at Queen's and volunteering my time with peer education and peer support for people who are just going through things. I can truthfully say I think I'm a really good friend in most cases. I'm really good at being here for people, and for helping anybody when they're in need. I am a very giving person. I'm a very generous person. I have a very big heart in that case. I jump through hoops to help people, and I really do love it. I'm really, really hoping to get to travel to Guatemala this summer, because I think that would be a rare and special opportunity I was afforded. I've done so much research. I've done research into the Kelly House, which I think is such an inspirational institution working with children of disability who were not given a fair hand of cards to play for life, but hoping to get to travel there and maybe work in that area to improve their quality of life or just help them in any way possible. The rescues of orphans, I think, is incredible work. I think that would be a really hard area to work in, but one of those areas that take your emotion out of it, because they need your support and care, and they need people to be there for them. And I think that initiative and that project is overwhelmingly perfect in every way. And then just getting to be there, getting to help in any way, form, and serving other people and giving back to my global community would be really rewarding and really special to get to live through and do, I guess. I don't know. I think it's a beautiful organization. The title says it all, Hope of Life. And I really want to afford people that hope that tomorrow will be better, and tomorrow can always be better. And these people are here to help and care for people, because I think everybody needs to know that. Through working with Oliver, through Mackenzie Health, through Costa Rica seeing what people really needed, I've learned not to take things for granted. I've learned that if I can help one person, that's more than doing something for myself in a day. And I really, really hope to get to travel to Guatemala this summer to serve other people and get to participate in this rare but special opportunity. Thanks for reviewing my application.